Good morning, everybody. It is, let me see, it is just before 11 a.m. on the 26th of, is it 26th? No, sorry, the 25th of April. I should know that. Of course, the day is ANZAC Day in Australia and New Zealand. I'll get to that later and I'll explain why we have this holiday for ANZAC Day. First of all, I am home, as you can see in the background. I got home maybe about 5:30ish last night. I offloaded my babies, put them all in luggage, everything. Then I went shopping. Then I come back and then I just relax. The babies are still where I put them last night because I was tired and I didn't feel up to it. I have only been out of bed for about half an hour, 3/4 an hour. So instead of videoing this, I would do it live. That way I can use my phone to check on, to get the correct thing for ANZAC Day. It has been a long time since I've actually had to find out. I know we do ANZAC Day to remember those who have fought in the war and to remember those who have or are also, sorry, got the wrong teeth in this morning, who are also still fighting in wars around this world. I've said in other videos, I do not agree with war. I do not agree that countries should send their young guys out and who may not come back. Yeah, I'll talk about this later. But that's my preference on war. It's a disgusting thing. It's not right that we should send our young guys out there. I know they do volunteer. It's their job. They build for the country. I applaud them for doing that, but my personal opinion is what it is. Okay, what's today? As I said, today is 25th April. It's a Thursday. It's 11 o'clock almost. I'm tired. I don't know why. Well, I don't know what I'm going to say. Oh, yeah. 2 weeks' time, I'm due to have a colonoscopy, the little camera thingy. And I was in two minds of whether to have it or not to have it. The main thing is the prep you got to go through to have it. Another thing is, because I have no one to come and stay with me overnight, because that's what they prefer, I have to stay in overnight. And I didn't really want that. I wanted to come home to my own bed and to relax after the surgery. But I have a sister who said she would have come down and stayed with me. But at the moment, she is in hospital and will not be able to drive for who knows. So she's even off work for a while because of her injury. She actually fell in the horse paddock. She's been in hospital, it must be 7 weeks, 6 weeks. The accident happened about 6-7 weeks ago, and of that, she's only been home for 1 week. I went and seen her last week, and it was good. I was there for 5 hours. We chatted. I took her something that I had a feeling she wouldn't have in a long time, and that was fruit tingles, and mine are over on the cupboard over there. So they are yummy. They're things we were growing up, and I thought that was just something to buy for her, and she was excited, especially when she found a different coloured one, which when we were kids, we always look for different coloured ones. Yes, we're kids, and when I see one of these different colour ones, it does bring back those memories. I do have babies with me. On the lounge beside me, I have got my little cutie. Oh, they're all cutie. I have got little Joy, and she's in her. I won't say because the video hasn't been uploaded. I haven't uploaded any videos from my holiday yet, but I will do that. This is my Joy. She's a Joy kit, named for my mum. Oh, the kit wasn't named for my mum, but I kept the name of the kit because of my mum. So that's my Joy. not. I know I need to go shopping. I did a bit of shop last night because Coles have beetroot on special, so I went and got some of those. That's better. They had paper towels on special. I got some of those. I like to bulk up on things. I had to get more cereal. I had to get milk. Had to go blah blah blah. And I didn't realize it. I didn't know until I got home when I got my emails that Coles are doing this thing that when you spend $20, you get a little container. And I didn't know until I got this email. And they say what you do, you check your docket and you see how many containers you actually get. And because I had a big shop, I get 2 containers. Let me see. I've got to remember. I've got to remember what size they are. Coles. Coles. What size container do I get? A 600 mil. Now that's a good size container. 10 credits. So every $20 we spend is 10 credits. So I got 2 containers, and I'll probably get $20 because I want to get some fruit. I want to get some. I might grab some more beetroot because I love me beetroot, although I can't be able to have it prior to my operation because I can't eat anything red or purple because that will cause the inside of your bowel colon thingy to look red and inflamed, and they think there might be something more wrong with it than there is. Six 600 mil is a good size container, I think. With 12 credits, I can get a 1 litre container. I have got 10 credits. 10, no, $20 or more, 10 to, yeah, I got 20 credits. 20, what have I got? Let me see, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Yeah, credit. I got 20 credits. A litre container. Actually, I would like a litre container. Sometimes you need a bigger container. I'll see how I go today because I also need to get a new jug, but I'm not quite sure. I looked at Coles website and they only had the deer jug. I get a cheap one. I can get a cheap one from Kmart for $7.50, get $9 one from Big W, and they do last a long time. So what's the sense of buying a dearer one? It's ridiculous. I might have a look into this and just see. Yes. Okay. Now, as I said earlier, today in Australia we have a public holiday for ANZAC Day. And I am going to let me see. Here it is. ANZAC Day is a national day of remembrance in Australia and New Zealand that broadly commemorates all Australian and New Zealanders who served and died in all wars, conflicts, and peacemaking operations. The contribution and suffering of all those for all those who have served. So for all those who served, it does not just mean the men who have fought, but also mean the nurses who went to war and not went to war, but who actually were there in the hospitals to look after those who were injured in the war. And I think we also, as I said, it is done every day, the 25th. Okay. This is why we commemorate. ANZAC Day falls on the 25th of April each year. The 25th of April was officially named ANZAC Day in 1916. ANZAC stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. On the 25th of April in 1915, Australian and New Zealand soldiers formed the Allied expedition to set out to capture Gallipoli Peninsula. So on the 24th of April. So we do this each year. We have services each year. There is a dawn service, which is at dawn. There is usually one. Why is this day special to Australians? On this day, on the 25th of April 1915, the ANZAC set out to capture Gallipoli Peninsula in order to open the Dardanelles to the Allied navies. The object was to capture Constantinople, now Istanbul in Turkey, the capital of Ottoman Empire and the ally of Germany. The ANZAC landed on Gallipoli and met fierce resistance from the Ottoman Turkish defenders. Their plan to knock Turkey out of the war quickly became a stalemate, and the campaign dragged on for 8 months. At the end of 1915, the Allied forces were evacuated. Both sides suffered heavy casualties and endured great hardships. Over 8,000 soldiers were killed. News of the landing on Gallipoli and the events that followed had a profound impact on Australians at home. The 25th of April soon became the day on which Australians remember the sacrifice of those who died in the war. The ANZACs were courageous, and although the Gallipoli campaign failed in its military objectives, the Australian and New Zealand actions during the campaign left us with the power of legacy. What does ANZAC Day mean today? With the coming of the Second War, ANZAC Day also served to commemorate lives of Australians who died in that war. The meaning of ANZAC Day today includes remembrance of all Australians killed in all military operations. We have what happens on ANZAC Day. ANZAC Day commemorance takes two forms. Commemorate servants were held at dawn, the time of the landing at Gallipoli. Across the nation, later in the day, ex-servicemen and women meet to take part in marches throughout the major cities and in many smaller centres. Commemorate ceremonies are more formal and are held at war memorials around the country. Yes, I used to go to them when I was young at Kingscliff. It is a solemn occasion. It's to remember, as we said in here, to all those who fought in the war. A typical ANZAC Day ceremony may include the following: an introduction, a hymn, a prayer, an address, laying of wreaths, recitation, the last post, and a period of silence. Either the rouse or reveille and the national anthem. After the memorial ceremony, families often place red poppies beside the names of relatives on the memorial roll of honour, as they do after Remembrance Day. There's also in Australia, probably New Zealand, we have a biscuit called the ANZAC biscuits. During World War I, the friends and families of soldiers and community groups sent food to the fighting men. Due to the time delays in getting food items to the front line, they had to send food that would remain edible without refrigeration for long periods of time. For long periods of time, that retained high nutritional value. The ANZAC biscuit met this need. Although there are variations, the basic ingredients are rolled oats, sugar, plain flour, cocoa, butter, and golden syrup or treacle, bicarbonate of soda, and boiling water. The first biscuit was first known as Soldier's Biscuit. The current name ANZAC Biscuit has much to do with Australians' desire to recognise the ANZAC tradition and the ANZAC Biscuit as part of the staple diet at Gallipoli. The ANZAC biscuit is one of the few commodities that are able to be legally marketed in Australia using the word ANZAC. which is protected by federal legislation. If people are making ANZAC biscuits, they have to make it by this recipe. There was something the other day on Facebook I seen where people have been adding other things into it. They've been changing the recipe and still calling it ANZAC biscuits. And that they've been pulled a stop to that because then they can't be called ANZAC biscuits. I didn't think this would hit me getting emotional. To hear about all the men that had died up in the war, just in the First World War, is just amazing. 8,000 Australian soldiers. That is only Australian soldiers. It doesn't say anything about the New Zealand soldiers. It is, okay. And there's a day, I remember when I lived in Moolumbar, that was before I moved to Coffs Harbour. It was ANZAC Day, and I was walking up the main street of Moolumbar, and there was this ANZAC, there was a guy there with his medals on. And I wish now that I had gone up and shook his hand and thanked him for what he did for our country. My great-grandfather on my mum's side, he fought in the First World War, and I am confused as to why he did so. His wife had died before he went into the war. He had, I think, 4 daughters, and his oldest daughter was only 16. And it's wondering why he went to war when he had these 4 young daughters at home. I have no idea. I didn't think to ask Mum, find out who looked after the daughters while he was away. As his eldest daughter, only being 16, was his next of kin. He did return from the war, which was good. My great uncle Vic, who one of my babies are named for, he was in the Second World War. I'm not quite sure where. I should have done a Google to see, maybe I can do that. Look at something. Let me see. It's funny because doing a live, even though it's coming through my webcam, it's no. If I go to another tab, can you still see me? World War II soldier, nominal role. I'm not quite sure. I'll see if I can find him. I'm not quite sure. I think he was the army. I'll see if I can find something on here. Date of birth. I'm not quite sure of his date of birth. Oh, yes, I found it. Yes. I know, because I know where he was born. Let me see. He was a private. He was married. He had next of kin. I don't know what. I think they divorced. He wasn't a prisoner of war. He was. Let me see. Date of enlistment. Date of enlistment was the 30th December 1942. Locality of enlistment was Moolumbar, New South Wales. Place of enlistment was Paddington, New South Wales. Next of kin. Date of discharge, the 11th of February 1946. So it doesn't tell me much about him. Wait a minute. Request produce a certificate. I can request a individual. It doesn't say anything. Service. I'm just trying to find to see if he did go overseas. He didn't die in the war. As I said, I knew him. He passed away in, I'm trying to remember. Sorry, but I'm just reading. Actually, I can get the service. Let me go back. I can produce a certificate for the service record. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. It just says just got his World War II service. I wonder if it doesn't, which is a pain. Wish it would be nice to know that, because he was in the war 42. Well, say he was in there for about 3 years, almost 4 years. It doesn't say anything about his, if he actually, it just says that he was in the war. Doesn't say a thing. I can't do offhand. I don't know my great grandfather's name and all that. Or do I? Yes, I do. Yeah, he was in World War One. World War One nominal role. Where can we search? I don't know. Oh, that's it. I'm just trying to remember what his first name was, which is easy because it was also his daughter's second name. I do. They couldn't find anything. That's okay. But I do know who's in the war. There's also another guy I knew who was in the war. His name was, he was a dear friend of mine, Sarge. He was in Vietnam War. Let me have a look here. Let me see. He was, may sound crazy, but he was where is it? I know where it is. Yes, there it is. I have got his service certificate. As I said, he was in the Vietnam War. He served from the 2nd of May 1970 till the. He wasn't in there very long. He was a private, so he wasn't in the war very long. But he did fought in the war. He actually had. He died. He had bowel and liver cancer, and he lived longer than the doctors predicted. He died, I think it was, let me see, about I think it's longer than that, maybe 8 years ago. Where are we? Actually, it is coming up 8 years in May. He was 63 when he died, so I know he was cremated. So there's nowhere for me to to go see him. I found that out by ringing the cemetery where his service was being held, and they said the family took the ashes, and that will be his wife. No comment about her. I didn't know her, only know her by the emails, and that's all I know about her. Because Sarge and I, as I said, he was a very respectful man. He's the only person who ever treated me with such respect, which is probably the way he treated other women and people as well. But for me, the way he treated me was no one ever treated me that way before. Just the respect and everything. We used to send joke emails to each other, and got to say I noticed that he wasn't replying or sending any more. I didn't think nothing of it, so I just keep sending joke emails, and then I finally got one return. It was to tell me that Doug had passed away. Could you please remove yourself from this email? I called him Sarge. That was his, from what I gather, although it wasn't from when he was in Vietnam, because he was only a private. I'm pretty sure it must be Sarge. I think he was a policeman or something. I'm not quite sure where it came into it, but that was his signature on his emails. So I just started calling him Sarge, and as far as I know, I was the only one who called him that. And because of the way he treated me, I did fall for him. As I said, no one before him and no one since him has treated me with the respect that he did. When she told me that he had died, she wouldn't give me any details about what happened, how he died, when he died, or any. She would not give me any details at all. So I did the next best thing is I Googled. I just Googled his name and funeral, and I found this notice for him, which I thought was him, and I didn't realise his name was William Douglas Brown. I just thought it was Douglas. I found this. I found the thing for his death. I found out how he died and the time and everything. There was an email address to contact, so I would just want to make sure that this was indeed the Sarge I knew, or Doug anyway. As I said, I called him Sarge. I was the only one. No one else did. And he didn't stop me from doing that. It was just something I called him, like you do. It's just a nickname. It's just maybe just the way I started to feel about him. And I emailed off to these people and explained that I knew this Doug, and this is who this guy was. Just wondering if this is the same guy that had passed away. And it was him. I know that he does not. I don't know where his ashes were taken to. And I have been meaning to get back up to just go to the cemetery where he was and just sit there and reflect. I know I don't need to go there, but yeah. I know a few days after I was told that he died, I used to be a cab driver, and I was driving around this Tuesday night, and all of a sudden these words came into my head, and I didn't know what these words were. It was just amazing what at these words. When I could, I stopped to write them down to find out what they were. When I finished my shift that night, I went back to the base, and there was a girl on in the radio room, and I told her what these words came to my room, into my head, and these are the words: I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times that I could not find a friend. But I always thought I would see you again. That is the words that come into my head. And she said maybe it was him coming to me, thinking that it was Sarge saying that yes, he thought that we would actually get to see each other again. And one day I was driving. When I drive a taxi, I get sometimes talking to the people who are my passengers, and I was talking to this lady about this. She said, yes, that was Sarge. He came to me that night. You know, am I crazy? Yes, I'm gay. Back even when I met my male partner, yes, I was gay. But when I met my male partner is because it was a time where I needed someone, you know, in my life, and it didn't work out because he was an arsehole. Um, oh. Oh. And you'll be able to see the full version of this when I finish going live. I'm sorry I didn't see you there. I had this thing pop up, you know. It didn't show that it. Oh, okay. It did show anything earlier, and I'm sorry that I missed you there. I don't even know what time it is. I didn't even check the time. Yeah, world clock. Well, in America, it's about 6:30 on. Well, probably upon America, you're kind of San Francisco, Fresno area. It's 6:30 Wednesday night. It is now 11:30 here on Thursday morning. I am sorry I missed you. As I said, I'm just into this talking about ANZAC Day, which I should have. Maybe I can edit that talking about it. ANZAC Day. Talking about Sarge has got me. You know. Oh, I know. I had all the information about him on my computer. I had details, the PDF file where I found where his funeral and all that. Even had it there when I first met Donna. And something happened and she got to shits because I started talking about him and she didn't like it. So even at this stage, I still had his number on my phone. So after this incident happened, I deleted everything that had to do with Sarge. I deleted all off my computer. But in saying that, it didn't stop her from bringing up her ex, which was okay with her. But I couldn't bring up Sarge. I think she was jealous because Sarge will always be there for me. I know Sarge is there. Sarge is always Well, but although Sarge said he did not have anything for me, he was just friendships. It's just, I think some people think some other people are stupid. I knew he had feelings. I had two budgies, and I called them my babies. And we were having a chat. There was three of us having a chat with Sarge and another woman and myself. We were chatting, and I think I mentioned something about my babies, and Sarge piped in that saying that, oh, it's her budgies. That's what he said. Her babies are her budgies, because I told him to sit back with me and the other one. We were talking, and I told him to be quiet, to sit off the side. He was going to be quiet, and he apologised. And just to butt in to say that my budgies, babies are my budgies, just to bring that, to remember that it's, oh my good. He was 10 years older than me. I think it was, let's see, he was 63 when he died. And well, let me see. No, he wasn't quite 10 years older than me. I don't know. It's, as I said, it's coming up 8 years. He'll be 64 when he's 64. Yeah, he was 10, work it out, he was 10 years older than me. Yeah, oh, sorry. Just thinking about him, talking about, and Anzac Day is, as I said, I'm moving this around. When I'm on, I realise next time when I do a live, I have to bring my higher table up so I can sit up, so it sits up higher, not sitting down like this. Yeah, it's a pain. And you see, I'm not dressed. I'm not going out. Shops don't, because of being Anzac Day, shops do not open till 1 o'clock to have the morning off for the Anzacs, and that also some shops they do open, they keep, but not the big ones like Coles and Woolies. Those big stores, they don't open up. I can remember when I was a kid living at Kingy, we used to go to the service, and although the shops were open before the service in the march, when that was on, they stopped serving. That was it. No one was served. They would stand out front and just watch the march, what was going on. But these days, everybody is crazy. Shops close for one day. The town, people just go crazy. I think it's the end of the world. I think that they might miss out something. But the problem is, they go shopping on the day before the holiday, buy up big. Then they're back there on the day after the holiday to, oh, we missed out something. People are absolutely crazy. Do they do that where you are? Like when you have a holiday, do they think it's going to be a whole week of shops closing? They're lucky they're not back in the day when we didn't know shops open Good Friday. Easter Sunday, no shops opened. Same for Easter Monday, no shops opened. No, I think shops opened on Easter Monday. They closed Good Friday, and what's the other? Easter Sunday, they closed. But now, the only day they are closed is Good Friday. They open the other 3 days. Saturday is classified as a public holiday in Australia. Easter Sunday is classified as a public holiday. I have no idea. Maybe it's because of the time that Christ was in the tomb after he passed away. I have no idea. And Easter Sunday is a public holiday, we all know, for the day when Christ rose from the dead. It's just crazy with people. It's just like Christmas, Australia. We have the day after, but 1 day holiday and people go crazy. Although when I was up last week, up the Tweed Coast. I went shopping on Thursday thinking it was going to be busy, busy, busy. I went to Tweed Mall. Now, Tweed Mall is at Tweed Head, which is just right on the border of New South Wales, Queensland. And it was perfect. I did my shopping, got home. And then I went for lunch. And after I did the lunch, went for a drive. You'll see the videos I have when I put them up in turn. And I went back to Tweed City, and it wasn't busy. So I could have went there to Subway and had beetroot. That. But people go crazy on holidays. I know some holidays and Christmas, they're open till midnight. They close at midnight and they open at 1 minute past midnight. Oh my God, we have got to slow down. We have holidays for a reason. Okay, if you are not a Christian, if you do not believe in Christ, that is okay. That is your choice. That is your decision. I don't worry. It nothing to do with that is your choice. But when we have holidays, time, especially Christmas and Easter, is a time when we used to get together with the family. And if shops are only open the one day, I know in America you don't have the Boxing Day holiday. You only have Christmas Day because you're not a part of the Commonwealth country. I'm not quite sure if other Commonwealth of nations actually have Boxing Day holiday. I have no idea. I just know that Australia does. I should do a Google. And well, I forgot where I was going. While I get my thought back, I will give you my other baby I've got sitting beside me is little Poppy. Little Poppy, aren't you? She is adorable. Look at her, little Poppy. Yeah. Her, on the back here, it's got Ruby first. Ruby? The first smile. That is what on the back here. And it's got something else I can't read. Yeah. Yeah. Do people go crazy in your country when there's only... Do you ever have a holiday where there's more than one, you get one day off in a row? Do you? If you do, let me know. I'm trying to find them. As I said, I don't mean a day off is where do you have 2 days where it is classified as a public holiday? Do you ever have that? Or do you only have like the Christmas Day and do you use clothes for Thanksgiving? If so, are any shops open at all? Like little Tony ones too. I know Thanksgiving is when you give thanks. Isn't that when the pilgrims and the Indians? I'm only going by what I had seen on programs, shows on TV, but the pilgrims and the Indians got together. I'm not quite sure if that is correct. It would be nice to know instead of hearing it from someone else that, you know. I'm trying to find this. Ruby's the first smile. Reborn. It says she is. Other artists did a good job. Natalie Blick. No, there's nothing here really. Natalie Blick. When was this? Oh, this was Sugar. That was 3 years ago. That was $265. I paid more for this one. Yeah, limited 700. So they with that's I don't know if I can find the kit. There's a limited of 700. I can find the kit. I can get more information. Here we are. Yeah, it's sold out kit. There's only 700 of Ruby, of Poppy, isn't it? There's only 700 of you. Yeah, there she is. Oh my God. It's not available. Sold out. The kit was $104 American. Um, 17 inches head. That, yeah. Oh my God, look at that. That is, the artist who did this one on here is so cute. Natalie Blick. That's BLICH. Sorry. That's coming off the web. I'm on to McPherson's Crafts. They actually sell kits. Oh my God, the artist who did that one. Oh, she does have a belly plate. Produced in Germany. I don't know if Natalie's got any other kits. I love my Poppy. I don't know if she's got any other kits. Oh, she's got some cute ones. Ah. Oh my goodness, Elise. Oh, that is a cute one. Oh, there are some really nice kits out there. I know I've added some to my cart on Bountiful Baby. It's just the price of shipping and all that and the exchange rate. I'm not quite sure. But at the moment, I'm just waiting. I've got 2 babies. I can't get them today because of, as I said, ANZAC Day, but they're not open today at all. I didn't think they would, so I can't get them till tomorrow. So I will do a box opening video tomorrow. I've got 2 babies in there. I know my little one, as I said, one, I'll tell you, these are both coming from Stephanie. One is actually created by Tambry. I've already named that one. Yeah. What time is it? As I said, I can't do anything for another couple of hours. I know I've got a bit of tidy up. I've got to change. As a day, I should have changed the title and just put that Remembrance Day chat, not Anzac Day chat, because we also have a Remembrance Day in November, the 11th of the 11th, the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month, to commemorate the end of the war. So that's in November. Do you commemorate that at all as where you are? Do you commemorate the end of the war at the 11th hour, the 11th day, the 11th month, where you have a minute's silence for everyone who fought and all that? These are 2 days that, although the Remembrance Day is not actually a holiday, but I think my nephew thought maybe it would be a good idea with a holiday because he was actually born on Remembrance Day. So have a holiday for his birthday. Well, this is a long live. And Joanne, I'm sorry that I didn't see you pop up. I knew there was one up and pop, but there was thing covering over, and I was just engrossed in what I was saying. I might, was it nearly 12? I might go and do a bit of cleanup. I'm feeling better now. Sarge will always be there. There's someone I won't forget. Sad that we didn't see each other again. You know, that is a sad part. For him to come to me that night and have his words come to me, it means that he always thought, yeah, I've been thinking lately, maybe I need some direction in life. Go and see a psychic, clairvoyant, a card reader, palm reader, but it's finding a good one. Yes, where are you going? It's 15 minutes. I hope you don't get bored with this live. I know I had Joanne pop up, and I'm sorry again, Joanne. I did not see you because there was a thing covered over. Although I knew there was someone there. I knew there was someone there, but I couldn't see anyone. Okay, as I said, I mean, this is my third live. I've got to get used to doing lives. I do them when there's something I want to say and don't want to go to the thing of recording it and fixing it up, doing my editing, what I do with it, then waiting for it to upload. And then, of course, that does take a while. Now I'm home. I will be able to get into and upload my ones I did on my holiday. And any new people have seen my channel, have come to my channel and seen this live, welcome to my crazy world. If you want to subscribe, and if you have a channel, and if you don't have a channel, I know I'm actually subscribed to some people and they don't have any videos, but that's okay. Maybe one day they will, and I will be there for them. Oh, we've got a dog fight outside. Someone vacuuming or doing something, I don't know. But it's nice and quiet in here. I got to do some tidying up. I really do. I've got paper towels everywhere. I buy bulk when things are on special. I buy in bulk. Like when I bought the beetroot last night, I like the little tins, and because I don't like buying the big tins, because then I got to have a bigger container. So, I'm not tired. Oh, I don't know. I should be. My sleeping. I don't know. I've been drinking my tea of a night time. Doesn't it? Maybe I haven't. At one time I was putting it in the fridge. Another time I didn't put it in the fridge. Maybe I should put it in the fridge. When you have tea, like a herbal tea, because the tea I take of a night time, I can use the tea up to another 2 times. And I'm not quite sure if you put it in the fridge or you leave it out of the fridge. I have no idea. Maybe I should try putting it in the fridge again. I don't know. Maybe that's when it works. Maybe I should go on to Facebook page and find out, do you need to put the tea leaves in the fridge? I might do that. So I might go do a little bit of cleanup. I don't want to go to one thing was out at came up. I went to Tormina because that's where there was a Coles here, but I didn't want to go here because it's got escalators and all this kind of. I just went straight out to Tormina, got out there, and I forgot to go to Kmart. Well, today I want to go to Kmart. Actually, I might go to Coles first and see if they got a cheap jug, if they've got a good jug. Because I said I only pay $7.50 for a jug. Big W got them for $9, but $7 ones are good. They last as good as the deer ones. Because mine at the moment, it just takes so long to to boil, and because I'm using it every night, I'm probably using more power. So I'm off to get a new one. I've had this one, oh my goodness. I've been here about 18 months. I had it before that. So I think even if a $7, $8 jug lasts 2 years, I think we're doing good. But if you buy a $20, $30 jug and that ain't last 2 years, no, not worth it. So I will go now. I said I've got some cleaning up to do. I've got to arrange my babies because last night when I come home, I was just weary. I just put them into bed, in different beds. I know Brick is in bed with that Garfield. Garfield is here beside me. I've got Lucy beside me. I have got other little children. I've got my Easter rabbit I brought beside me, which you will see in the video. I'll show you now, my Easter rabbit. You'll see it on Easter Sunday video. See? Look what I got. Look. It's so cute. A ballerina. Da 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 da. A ballerina. I should go. I should go. At least I combed my hair. Got my hair combed this morning. So I wanted to clean up. The car's not due back tomorrow. I might go out, as the shop's not open till 1, go out, find somewhere for lunch, and I might go for a drive before I do my shop, because I've got the car till tomorrow. This is another reason I think why when I got my inheritance I didn't buy a car, is because I don't work, so I didn't really need a car. If I want to go in places, I grab a car, grab a bus. But I've always been planning to get to Tormina. I like it when I got a car because that way I can do a bulk load. I know I've got to get pineapple. I want to get a lettuce. What else? I got a list. What do I do with my list? Here we are. What have I got? I got a jug. I got pineapple, lettuce, bread, and butter. I'm going to get some bread. I was told a Coles gluten-free bread is really nice, so I'm going to get that, and I'll get some butter. Yes, and I know I've got to make a list for the stuff for when I have my colonoscopy in 2 weeks. I am going to have it. I've decided I'm going to have it. Because lately, maybe TMI, too much information, but my bowels have been playing up. Not as much, but they have been playing up, and they shouldn't really. So maybe there's something there, a bug. I don't know. Maybe having the prep, that's what I got to get. Got to get the prep for it tomorrow. I might get that tomorrow because I've got to go over to the plaza to pick up my junior babies. So I've got another baby coming, but she'd be a while because she's getting her hair done by Jackie. So that could be a while, but that's okay. She's there. Isn't she? Isn't she? So we've got Poppy, and we will say goodbye, and we'll see you in my next video. Oh, what have you been doing, girl? So I've got to do more changing videos. I know because, as I said, I've probably done many times, we're getting closer to winter, and I haven't got all my babies. I've only changed 2 babies in winter garment, which was Ashley and Joy are in winter. Who else did I put in winter? I know I'll put someone else into winter, into their onesies. Yeah. So I'll see you again. Again, Joanne, I'm sorry that I didn't see you up there. It is just crazy. I'm not used to it. I know this is my 3rd live. I'm not used to having someone pop up. Oh, they have before, but I think, okay, they're there. And I don't look over to see if anyone's talking. There's always this thing pops up. And I thought, okay, I didn't want to scare to touch anything. Next time I will know. So I will go. It's nearly an hour long. I know it's been an hour, 2 hours since breakfast. But I want to go. I might go to Red Rooster later and get some chicken. I've got to get some. Yeah, I've got to find out if maybe someone will know for me. Okay, I've got a dietary list for my colonoscopy. And Um, oh, it's got to be steamed fish or chicken. So you got to. Do you have to steam it? Um, I might get some Vegemite, and now you can get gluten free. And next week I'll get some veggies. I've got to get some jellies. I don't drink lemonade. I've got to see if I can get something else to have with it. Some clear soup. Maybe I could get some noodles, chicken noodle soup, and just strain the noodles out and have it hot. Maybe I could do that. Um, varieties of clear fluids and water. I can have lemon cordial. I might get some lemon cordial or lemonade ice blocks. I've got a list here. I've got to be careful with which I can eat, what I've been taken, so it doesn't upset me. I don't have soda water or mineral. I have mineral water, yeah, because I have that sparkling water. I usually have that. And I don't like the big bottles of mineral water, of the sparkling water, because they seem to go flat quick. I might just get some small ones, because they're good if I want to burp, and that brings up all the wind. I clear fruit juice, apple. I don't drink apple juice because of the problem I have. It's a no-no. I've got to get some jelly. I've got to get some jelly. I know it's only 3 days. So my operation's on the Thursday. So this will be on the Tuesday. I'll start this. I might start it on the Monday. Yeah. Uh, 2 days before examination, you may only eat and drink from approved low-fat, low-fiber diet and approved fluids. Low fiber. Eggs. I love eggs. How do you steam chicken? I've never had to steam chicken. What else can I have? I've never cooked fish. You've got to have white fish, isn't all fish white? How do you steam chicken? Maybe I'll have to look into that. Because I start the prep. We have a 3-day prep. I got to get this stuff. I'll get that tomorrow when I go over to the plaza. It's been a while since I've had it. I've got a list. Where is it? Oh, it's on the back. Do not have any red and purple colours. I know that. It's all here. If I can get some soup on the I haven't got a strainer. No tomato soup. That's okay. Don't. So we have a thing called Pico Prep. Comes in a sachet. So that will start on. No, that's all in the one day. Sugar. Oh my God. One day before your procedure, you have to have 1 to 2 pieces of brown, white, lightly toasted bread with a scraping of butter before 8 a.m. And they've changed this from 8 a.m. only clear fluids, no solid foods until I'm given to stop. All the clear fluids, but jelly. Even though jelly is fluid, it's also a food, so I can make up some jellies and eat jelly. So this is all different. This is so different. Because when I had it done in 19, 66, this prep we used to take it every morning, but now it's the day before, like 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. I was watching a video on YouTube about a girl was having this, and she did the procedure of it, and she did this. I thought, I'm going to have, because, yeah, this is so much, and I've got it phone the day before. 1.5 litres of fluid clearance. This is so different. So different. Hi, Christy. How you doing? At least I seen you pop up. Oh, you're gone again. That's okay. I'm just going on. As you probably heard, I'm having a colonoscopy. I've seen a video of this young girl. She had to put what she went through, and reading this information sheet, it's different. I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. I feel that doing videos and things, they really can pep me up. It is amazing how doing this, I think, because you actually, if you got problems, you talk them out and you get them out. It's like you are talking to someone. It is amazing. Have you ever had a colonoscopy? Have you been lucky enough to have one of those? Warm water. How warm is warm water? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. I enjoy doing them. Sometimes they're also a therapy as well, because especially when you're doing something. Even with my holiday videos, you're doing something. Your mind's on doing something, and if you got troubles, it's all coming out, and you do makes you feel good. They're good therapy. Maybe more people should get into doing videos, especially those who do have a mental illness. Yeah, it is amazing. I am glad you love my videos. I've got more coming. I'm back from my holiday, so I've got more I've got to upload. I've edited some of them. I haven't fixed them all up to upload, but I have got some coming. I've got to do. So I'm looking for it. I love working on the computer and doing things, and getting in and doing these videos is good. I'm working on the entrance and exit frames of my videos. I'm trying to see what different I can do. Just seeing if I can get it done, if I can do it, even something different. I like the way they look, but maybe something different. I don't know. I'm working on it. If it comes out, it comes out. I don't want to put up until. So, how's your day where you are, Christy? Hey? Yes, yes, that's it. And you feel good about doing it afterwards. It's, as I said, it's a therapy. It's good therapy. It's amazing how it wasn't until I got into creating my own videos that I really get into watching YouTube videos and the amount of videos and different things that are out there. Like, I don't just watch reborn videos. I also watch different videos. There's one I watch about disabilities, and I'm amazed at how many disabilities that are out there. There's one I watch about a family in Alaska who live in Alaska. They go about the day-to-day lives and what they do, and it's nice to see that part of the world where it's freezing cold. Because I know once I was watching, I said it was only 7 degrees. I thought 7 degrees and it's snowing. I was at, where was I? Cradle Mountain, and it was 7 degrees. 9 p.m. It is 12:06 p.m. here Thursday. So you're Wednesday. So it's 3. So you're 12, 15. You're 15 hours behind us. So you're in the past. Let you know the future is still here. We're still alive. The world is still turning in the future. Yeah, I know Ruby is my first original reborn, but I somehow I've changed over. She was always my favourite. She is still my favourite. But then I changed over to Bridget. Bridget is such a cutie. And then when I take out Bede, oh my God, Bede is such he is adorable. Yeah, it's going to be a good day, hopefully. So you're coming in the spring over there, aren't you? As I said, we're in autumn, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, we're in our first month of autumn. Yeah. So you're heading towards winter. Do you get snow where you are? Does it get that cold? I've never seen, I'd probably never get to see snow, only on TV. Yeah, that's okay. It does snow inland from me in the winter, but I don't like the cold. Okay, good. I don't know what the temperature is here, but it's warm because I'm in my winter nightie. It's probably really nice outside. Haven't really looked outside. Maybe a few clouds around. I'm not quite sure. Haven't been out yet. Going out later. Getting a new baby. 2 new babies arrived the other day. It does get cold here, but not really cold because all year round I still wear thongs around on my feet. I don't wear covered in shoes in winter here. The only time I wear covered in shoes is when I do my volunteer work. Otherwise, nah, that's it. I like even barefoot. Oh my goodness, when I was away, barefoot. I'd get out to go and get lunch or fuel up barefoot. I love going barefoot. Sometimes I forget when I do videos. It's amazing that I forget from one video to another what I've said till it comes back. I did another beach video while I was away, so that'd be coming up. It's not exciting as the one when I was down in Tassie, but I was at Kingy Beach, my childhood beach, so it was good. Oh, bare feet. Oh, I remember as kids we used to walk downtown, go bare feet. Even the summer, if the road was hot, we would walk on the grass and run across the road, get onto the grass, and barefoot all around. It is nothing like it. Probably think this old lady, well, I'm not really old, but when I'm 61, walk around barefoot. Nah, that's a child in me. You've got to look after the inner child, and the inner child said, this is what you got to do, so I don't fight. I do what I feel like I want to do. If no one likes it, it doesn't worry me. You know, it does not worry me because I'm doing it for me. Makes me feel good. And in this world, you got to do something, do what makes you feel good. And that's why we show our babies off. We do our videos. I go shopping with my babies. I took Bede shopping the other day when I was up at Tweed, and I was nursing Bede. It was nip because the air conditioner had a little blanket around him. And this lady in the shop ran across, almost ran into to another person coming past the shop that come over and see Bede. Oh, little baby. She said, it's a doll. I said, yeah. So I said, it's a reborn doll. I said, and you always carried it around? I said, mostly, but I also have a pram where I take two out. She thought, what? I told her why. I told the group of client women with dementia, those with mental illness, and those who have lost a baby. And she said, or can't have a baby. She said, how does that help a person who's lost a baby? I said, I've lost a baby. And just going out and buying things. When I first started buying their clothes and had to buy a cot and a pram and just buying things, it has been so therapeutic because it's something I had never got to do before. And that's what is enjoyable about this. Yes, we know people might think we're crazy, but that's only their thought. They do not know why we have these babies, dolls. I know I call them babies, but to me they are babies. I've got a lot of babies. They do not know what we have been through. They do not know the reason for it. They just think, oh, why should women have dolls? Bone women. But why not? I think it as that, you got men in their cars. You got men, they play with racing cars, they have the motorised cars, they have train sets, they have this and they have that. What is the difference of a grown women having dolls? If you do what makes you happy, whatever makes you happy, you do it. As long as you're not hurting anybody, which we aren't hurting anybody by having these dolls, go for it. If someone puts you down, you just say, sorry, that's your opinion. Yes. I was a bit tentative of taking mine out when I first took mine out last year when I went down to Foster. Was it last year? Might have been the year before, just after I moved. I went on a holiday down south, about 3 hours south, and I had a pram and I had my babies, and of course no one there knew me. I felt okay, but when I came home, I was a bit tentative at taking the pram out because I was worried about how people will react, but I still did it. When I did take noise from next door, when I did I took Lily out when I was down south, and when I took her out, I was in a shop and these ladies were outside waiting for me to come out of the shop to see the baby. Then they realised it was a doll. They were amazed. I've had no bad reaction from anybody while I'm out. Even if you just go for a walk. Little steps, just little steps. Take him out, hold him, put a rug around him. Just and you have to remember you're doing it for you. If you want to take him out, take little steps, okay? If you're worried what people will say, you just have to think about that is their opinion, and their opinion of what you're doing doesn't really matter. Well, there you are. You can go and walk in the woods with Bobby. Wrap him up. It's getting a bit nippy. Wrap him up and just go for a walk around the woods with him. And it's like, is there anybody living nearby? You live in the woods? Oh my goodness, I would love to live in the woods because it'd be so quiet and you could just take him for a walk. No one will see you. That's okay. You're just getting your confidence in actually taking him out with you. That's all you need. And probably get to the stage, you take him all the time. Whenever you feel like going for a walk with him, just take him for a walk. And when you get your confidence built up, is that to the stage where you cannot leave the house without him? That is when I think you might have, even you just, I don't know, take him to a small town or something. I've got noise. I've got noise coming from next door. I don't know what they're doing. Um, yes, that's good. Take him for a walk in the woods. Talk to him about the woods, about the animals. You know, I always talk to mine when I go out. People, I don't care what people think. You know, I used to, but I think as you get older, you get to the stage where you do what you do for yourself. Um, that's it. You do things to make you happy, and if you're happy, you show it. Show in your step, in your face, and you feel in confidence. Yes. Go in the woods, pack a picnic and take him in the woods. Go for a picnic. Wrap up some sangers, take him for a walk. Now that's a good idea. Yes. Yeah. Take him. Oh, he will love that. Go camping. Yeah. Something different. And doing something different with him will actually might give you the courage later on to take him out further. You know? Yeah. Courage. It's also it's I think it is the main thing that stops women from taking their babies out is how the the public will react. You know, um, I have never seen a video where people have reacted badly to a reborn being person taking a reborn out. I have never seen a bad video. People are amazed by them, how lifelike they are. You know, it's just amazing. I know when I take two out of a time, especially two of my tiny ones, I take them in the pram and I walk them past. I'm just walking like I do, and I hear people say, "Oh, she's got twins in the one pram." You know, I just keep going, and it's just. And when people do stop me and talk about them and want a closer look, and it does make me feel good. It gives me a bit of a lift because a lot of people I see in the Plaza Shopping Centre, they're very accepting of me coming out with my babies. It is crazy. Yes. It is. I haven't seen anyone else out with a reborn. I have met another couple of reborn mums who one doesn't is too scared to take hers out, doesn't in the public. Another only takes hers out when she actually going to show them to someone. And I thought, then hers, I think in that way hers are only they're her collect her she just collects them. She doesn't actually not classified as a reborn mum as such. You know? Oh my babies. Can all the babies want to sing up country? So they will sing up it. But will you be okay with it? No, a lot of people think about how the other people are going to react. Um, that is it. That is the main. People do not take them out. They're scared of how people will react. Although I have had one, it wasn't a bad experience. It didn't worry me what these people did. It was when I was up in the Gold Coast in Queensland. I went to a market and I was carrying one of my babies, and there was a couple of Asian ladies. They realised it was only a doll, and they thought it was funny. But I just didn't worry me. I just pulled my baby close, and just kept walking. I just looked at him and said, "Well, it's your opinion." It didn't worry me. Um, you're yeah. It's just getting what is it? The confidence to be okay with taking them out. Be nice to see your camping videos. You know, I've never been camping. So are you taking all your babies with me? Sorry, with you? Or just one? Just Bobby? Yeah, it is hard to decide to that first step out, but as I said, it didn't worry me. It did not worry me at all. Yes, it is. It's getting used to it. It's having the confidence to take them out. Is that you're taking them out for you? Um, you're not saying they're babies. You don't. You know they're not babies, but they are baby dolls. We're still little girls. We love dolls. We are still girls. Yes, we are grown, but we are still girls. And why can't we still have dolls? That's what it comes down to. I had one doll when I was young. I can remember this one doll. That's the only doll I can remember having. I don't remember much of my childhood, but the bits and pieces, but I do remember having this doll. And now I've just made up having these babies because I couldn't have babies. I think you go on your camping trip and taking all your babies. Maybe just take one or two to start with, because if you got all these babies, and people might think that might be an overkill. It might be too much for them to think about. You've got all these. No, actually, they'll think you got all these dolls. Um, I think sometimes because if I don't get married, I would, instead of being the crazy cat lady, I would be the crazy doll lady. But that's okay. Um, so you got a few babies. Um, as I said, maybe just take one or two. You don't. I couldn't realise when I got to where I was behind this time that how many babies I took with me. But when I went out, I only took one with me. We've got a doggy barking. Yeah. 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 I know when I walk into a local Target store here, there's a girl on the front, on the entrance. She knows me. She always says, "Okay, who you got today?" Motorhome. Yeah. That's okay. I figured that what it was. I know when I go on holidays, when I hire a car, I put them mostly on the back seat and a couple on the front, and I got to cover them over in case someone sees them and reports me to the police for having babies laying on the seat. But in a motorhome, no one will see them. They'll be tucked up in their beds and asleep, so they won't see them. Yeah, okay, just when you get there, because you're not moving to next year, so it's just having the courage to get out. And that is good. How did you get any reactions? Did anybody realize that he wasn't a doll? Did anybody come up and see it, talk about the baby? Did anybody want us to have a closer look? because that's what I get, especially when I take my tiny ones out. I haven't got Bede here. Bede's in his bed. And I Bede he's a mini preemie. I'm not quite sure of his size. He's a blessing kit. So I'm not quite sure of his size. He's a blessing kit by Marita Winters. Is limited edition. He's 15. Oh, well, that's her opinion. That's her opinion. Maybe she was jealous because she hasn't got one. You know, she didn't like him. Yeah. 650. Oh. No. Oh. You're the messer. Oh, we're all nuts. But there's a saying about a nut. Nut grows on trees. Trees grow on the ground. The ground is part of nature. Nature is beautiful. See? Yeah. Yeah. Calling someone a nut is a compliment. A lot of good nuts out there. That's okay. They can be a problem. Wonder what's going on. Oh, the sun's outside, which is good. That is good. Yes. I'm one of 9. And there's only 7 of us surviving. I'm only in contact with one. And she accepts my babies. So I know I went and seen her in hospital on when did I go to the hospital? You'll see in the video. It went up on Saturday, and I took Lee with me, and you know, no, I can't have pets. I do have a cat. You know who I'm talking about? I have a cat. I have Garfield. I love animals. I love animals. I love I love dogs. I love cats. I love birds. I love snakes. I love alligators. I love animals. I know you can't have them, but I still love them. Here's my Garfield. He's a cutie. Hmm? I live in a small unit here, and I wouldn't have a animal here because I'm out. Yes, it was a Christmas present to myself. He was the only cat I'll have. I'll never get another cat unless I meet someone who has a cat. Yes, but I won't get another cat. It's sweet. 7. Wow. That is amazing. But it's such good company. You know, animals are good company. I know when I had my Tig, he was the best company I ever had. You know, they are such good company. Mm. Cute. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I love dogs. I know I'm a block is only 4 units, and I think 2 have got a dog. One has got a cat as well. I think neighbours next door in Unit 4 have also got a dog. Because when I came home last night from his shopping, he was barking. I don't mind barking dogs. They're just saying hello, hello. Hey, yeah. You don't want to get the dog, do you? Or the dogs have. Before I went out, I was sitting here, and this dog come up to the door, up to me door. So he wanted to come in, so I had to open the screen door for him to come in. I can see it. Yeah, it doesn't show from this end if I've lost you. That's all. We can't see. Let me sit up there. Get up high. Sit there. Don't do anything bad. Yeah. Oh, there we are. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. Aren't we? Yeah. We're still here. I wonder if I put the sound up to that. Oh. Okay. I can see it. I'm frozen. Night. I'm off as well, so might see you another time. Bye, guys. I gotta go. My worms are getting a little bit hungry. And it's getting that time. I haven't cleaned my teeth yet, so I've got to go. Thanks for the talk, Chrissy. Maybe next time. And when you go, let us know when you go on your camping. Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christy. Enjoy. Bye, people. I will see you when I see you. I've got go feed the worms and do some shop, then work on my videos on my holiday. So I will see you there. Wherever you are in this world, have a good day. Look after your babies. Give them all a big hug from me and have a good day. What do I say? Have a good day, mate. Bye.